Plenty of action in Germany today. Bayern Munich and Leipzig both with victories. Bayern Munich remaining then 4 points clear at the top of the table. Leipzig in second. Let's welcome in, shall we, Jurgen Klinsmann and Kasey Keller to the show. Jurgen, let's start with Bayern's victory over Augsburg. This was such a strange game because Bayern was so dominant in the first half. You thought then they were going to kick on, but in the end they were holding on.
Yeah, it was actually, I mean, obviously the story of two penalties. Lewandowski scores the one and Augsburg misses the one. But first half you thought, Bayern is just rolling on and is scoring the second or the third goal. And it's an easy day for Bayern. But all changed in the second half. Augsburg became courageous. They came out of the back far more. They pressed higher up the field. They started to believe in themselves. And they created chances. And then obviously the biggest chance was then the penalty they were awarded. And there maybe the nerves, shooting a penalty or having a penalty against Manuel Neuer, maybe that made a little bit the difference. They didn't score. So they win this game 1-0. Overall, you thought, especially first half, Bayern Munich, that it was a professional first half, but that they got so much in danger was surprising in the second half.
Yeah, it is surprising, Kasey, and it's surprising because this isn't the first time, is it, that we're not quite seeing that same sort of spark from Bayern that we did at the start of the season. What's changed? What's missing?
I think the only thing you can really think of is and I hate to say this because they have such a big squad and they're such a professional outfit, but I don't know if it's fatigue or if it's just concentrating for 90 minutes. They felt it was so easy that first 45, they were just going to roll to victory. But then, when they really needed to up the tempo after Augsburg had nothing to lose, 1-0 down late, they're pushing, they brought on subs, they moved players forward. But they caused so many problems. And Bayern, they couldn't hold the ball. They couldn't connect. They looked like the minnow fighting for a point against the European champions, not the other way around.
Yeah. Jurgen, on that point, it's interesting because when we were looking for excuses for Bayern, we say, well, maybe they're tired. The winter break obviously gave them the chance to kind of recharge their batteries. Joshua Kimmich was out. He returns now, but they are still very much a shadow of the side that we saw at the start of the season.
Yeah, they're lacking a little bit kind of the easiness of things, Their movement is not as flowing as you usually see them, but they got the job done. And I think they realized over the last week, after the defeats at Mönchengladbach, and then especially in the German Cup there against the second division team Holstein Kiel, they realized, we have to grind these games out. We have to figure out just to get 3 points and just get into the next phase of the championship. Obviously, the first time since many years that the Bundesliga played through the winter time. So that's another little change. But I think, they had a good attitude. I mean, they had a good body language, but they're lacking maybe a little bit of energy right now. But, look at the table of the league now. They are 4 points clear. And the only team really that can put them in danger this year is left with RB Leipzig. That's the only team that could really put some damage on them.
It's so true. We're talking about Bayern as if they're not top of the table, 4 points clear, Kasey, but I suppose because they have set the bar so high over the last calendar year. But let's focus on their challengers. Leipzig with that victory today against a tough Union Berlin side, which leads us to a question which I think is getting more and more obvious to answer week in, week out. Leipzig are the challengers, aren't they, to Bayern this season?
Yeah, it sure looks that way. I mean, I know Leverkusen had a win, but they'd been stumbling, and Gladbach are in good form, but I think they've given themselves too much to catch up. Dortmund, who knows what's going on with Dortmund right now? They're just, again, we're talking about Munich being a shadow of themselves. Dortmund are a shadow of themselves as well. And I'm still not sure that Leipzig have the goal-scoring threat. I know what they've done well is, I think I saw something the other day that they've had 14 different goal scorers in the league this year, which is fantastic. But I think to win a title, you need that standout striker that's going to get you 20 goals. And I'm just not sure Leipzig has enough firepower to really challenge Munich, because I truly believe Bayern are going to sort this form out. They're going to then be more dominant, and I'm just not sure that RB Leipzig is quite there yet.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.